Boom! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier lists, basically. And what we are going to be doing today is going over... I have four different tier lists here. Obviously, Best Girls is on here as well. But we're going to be talking about the Forbidden and Limited list for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Hand Traps, Link 4s, and the like. So, starting off here with the Forbidden and Limited list update that I kind of expect some cards to be changed, etc., etc. Yeah, this is the boring one. We're just going to talk about it real quick. Seeing as how... Actually, there probably won't be a ban list anytime soon, but I do expect there to be one in, at maybe the end of the month or the beginning of the next month. So we're just going to quickly talk about those and talk about the expected changes. And with, Labyrinth coming out and stuff like that, there might be some, pre-hits to some of those cards to kind of, I don't know, keep them in check. I doubt it, but who knows, maybe. And maybe Kashura might be coming, who knows. Wow, Master Duel is very loud right now. It's fine. Cool. No, it's not. I'm lying to you. Shush. Shush, Master Duel. Keep your mouth quiet. Go back to being background noise. Anyway. Quickly. Talking about all of the Ishizu cards, I think that all of them will be limited. The only reason Kelbeck is currently not limited is because they also put a Gita, or was it Keldo? Keldo to 1, and they didn't want to give us all of the UR materials. I wouldn't be too surprised if Kelbeck in particular does also go to 1. I don't expect anything more than that. In fact, Kelbeck might stay at 2. I don't know why they would do that, but I wouldn't be too surprised with that as well. Let's quickly talk about the tier names. Yeah. All of the tier names except for one, I think, are going to stay the way that they are. Mostly due to the fact that tier is fine now. It's not even... I would say it's not the best deck. I think Sprite is currently the best deck. So I wouldn't really... I'd be more surprised seeing limitations to the tier cards than actually seeing them be the way that they are and remain unchanged. With one exception, I do think that Havness will probably go to 1. And the only reason Havness is because Havness is Havness and is the most problematic of the cards. So I could see that limitation as well as the Kelbeck, which would then probably put tier into more of not top tier, but still playable. I thought rating good. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, there you go. Don't really see any hits there. Shifter. So I'm going to talk about a few things for expected decks to come out. Not necessarily what I expect to be hit. Anyway, we're going to talk about future decks and what could be coming down the line in at the end. Kit's not going to be banned in no regard to I think it is going to be. As for Sprite, I think there will be a few... I think there will be one change in Sprite. That being, even with Sprind now in the game, I still think Elf is not going to be banned. It's a UR. They made it a UR. They're probably not going to ban it. If anything, it's going to be limited to 1. But I still don't even think that they will do that on the or on the next ban list, because I do expect kind of just non-hits, basically. I think the meta's mostly fine, and I do think that they'll probably be hitting things like Shizu tier or maybe Sprite. But as you can see, I did move Jet into the semi-limited list. I do think that that is probably the most likely of hits. It's an SR. It's an additional name. It's not too big of a hit to kind of kill the deck or anything like that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that go to 2. Yeah, that's kind of it. And with Sprite being the best deck, it wouldn't... it would make sense to kind of do that. Moving on. I don't think the pot cards are going to change, except for maybe Pot of Prosperity. I could see it going to 2. Realistically, should it be banned? Absolutely. It's a ban-worthy card. Pot of Prosperity is worth the ban. Is it going to be changed? No. Then we have Verte. Verte is still going to be at 1. Red Reboot is still at 2 for some reason. I think it's going to remain at 2. Gamma, I think, will probably go to 1. Is it on this next list? Maybe, maybe not. I do expect it to be limited at some point. Spread is a lot of combo. Also don't know much of Kashtira. That didn't make sense, but okay. Branded Fusion, you don't get. It's not gonna get touched, mostly due to the fact that it is a UR as well. So there's that. Flu is unnecessary to touch. They already have map to 1. What else do you want? Like, why is Flu even on here? Flu is mid. Same with all of the Exorcisters. Like, huh? They ain't doing nothing. What should be on here is like evenly matched or something like that. Block Dragon will remain the same. He'll remain at 1. I don't think he should. I think he should be banned. He's a problematic card. Is he going to be? No. Chaos Ruler is going to be fine. These 2 will stay at semi-limited. Lightning Storm I could see going to 2 as well, seeing as how they just did that in the TCG, and they don't really like Lightning Storm in general, even though it's not really that problematic of a card. Something like Harpy's Feather Duster is way more problematic. But alas, I could see this being semi-limited. Snow is probably going to remain untouched, even though this is definitely a ban-worthy card. I don't think they're going to ban anything. It's a UR as well. I don't think they're going to want to ban something that is a UR without putting it to limited first, and I really don't see them limiting Snow in any capacity, just because what is Snow doing? Like, yes, it's good in tier, don't get me wrong. It's good in branded. It's good in a bunch of different decks, but I really don't think that it is, like, the problem card in Konami's eyes. Okay, let's talk about Labyrinth, which is expected to be coming soon, as well as Kashtira, which, don't know, is also expected to come soon. I don't know if we're going to get Labyrinth and Kashtira in the same set, but I do expect one or the other to be arriving at any point now, probably very soon. So let's talk about Labyrinth. With Labyrinth being added into the game, I could see something like Eradicator Epidemic Virus being limited in some capacity. Do I expect that? Not in the slightest. In fact, I would be more surprised if they even touched any of the virus cards at all at any point. Except for... No, just any of them. They're all bad and very situational. So there you go. Moving on. Shifter is currently at 2. However, I do expect that if Kashtira is allowed into the game, that there is a limitation to Shifter. Shifter is an SR, etc., etc. I do expect some sort of hit to that, mostly just going down to 1. I don't expect a ban of this card, even though it is a ban-worthy card. No, hold on. Is Shifter an SR, or is it a UR? I think it's an SR. I can't remember. What banned card is going to be unbanned? Gandora or Giant Trunade? You chose 2 of the worst ones? Not gonna happen. Shifter's a UR? Okay, yeah. Then it could be limited if Kashtira is released. And Diablosis, seeing as how no one has actually crafted that card anyway, I really do expect it to be like a pre-ban for Kashtira coming to the game because of the problem that it caused both in the OCG as well as in the TCG. And it being banned in the TCG kind of does mean that it's something where it's like, oh, it could be banned pre-hit prior to Kashtira, so that Kashtira doesn't have to receive any of those other hits. I hope Diablosis is banned. Yeah, I do too. I doubt it. Actually, I could see it, but yeah, Diablosis definitely deserves to be banned. They'll probably have it at 1 like Kit. If they're going to touch Diablosis, it's going to be unlimited or banned. It's not going to be anywhere in between. Because you only ever played it at 1. I never saw anyone else play Diablosis at more than 1. Like, I legitimately never saw it. Either in TCG or in the OCG. There was never a list. Maybe there was one. But, like, I never truly saw it where it was at more than 1. So, similar to things like Halka-Fibrax, where it's like... Well, not similar to things like Halka-Fibrax. Similar to things like Link Cross, where it's like... Yeah, if you summon Link Cross, that's all you need. You just need the one. Like, you don't need multiple of it. So there you go. Yeah, I really don't expect many changes. If they are going to be hits, they're going to be pre-hits to things like Kashtira. I don't expect a pre-hit to anything like Labyrinth or what have you. Maybe slight limitations to Sprite. Mostly Jet, I would say. Maybe a limitation, like a limitation of putting Elf to 1. But even with that being said, I still don't see that as a high likelihood. Mostly due to the fact that it is a UR. And they just released more Sprite cards. So it would be kind of weird to limit an older Sprite card with the new stuff having just been released. Maybe in the next set or on the next ban list after this most recent or this upcoming one, the one after the next one. Yeah, the one after the next one. Maybe Jet gets, or not Jet, Elf gets put to 1 or something like that. But there you go. Yeah, I don't expect much to change. Maybe Havness being limited, maybe Kelbeck being limited. They hate Gamma, so I wouldn't be surprised seeing that limited. Shifter being limited for a Kashtira, so that Kashtira is not good or as strong. Same with Diablosis. And that's what I expect. There you go. That's it for that. We can now talk about fun stuff, or more or less fun stuff. We have hand traps. Hand traps for Master Duel. So, this isn't all of them, I don't believe, but it's a comprehensive list, so it's basically all of them that you need to be thinking about, or that are available to us in Master Duel. So yeah. What am I thinking of? Nothing. Okay. I hate when they use the alt arts, because I can never tell which ones they are. Although, is this the alt art, or is the other one the alt art? This one's the alt art, right? Anyway, who cares? I have no idea what this card is, I'm not gonna lie. I know what this one is, but I forget the effect, and I think we're good to go. Okay, Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is always a good card. It's very strong. The main reason for its existence is due to the bug. If the bug does not exist, Ash Blossom does see less play. However, with Branded Fusion, and more specifically Branded being one of the best decks at the moment in Master Duel, I do think that even without the bug, you would still see Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is just very good at dealing with things like Branded. It's also decently good against Sprite, so there's that. I'm trying to think of what other decks it's good against. It's kind of good against only Branded, really, so I wouldn't even necessarily say that it's the best of options in a best of one without Branded, but again, because of the bug, you gotta have it. Forgot Numeron Wall is hand trap. Indeed it is. It's a mid-hand trap. It's basically just a Battle Fader, I guess. Kind of. No, it's Swift Scarecrow. Anyway. Battle Fader is ooh, it's bad. Same with Swift Scarecrow. Battle Fader is a little bit better than Swift Scarecrow because at least it gives you a body onto your field, but that could also be a problem. However, even with that being said, not great. White Princess, is that not here? That's fine. I would put it in bad. It's very, very situational, and it doesn't deal with link monsters. Ghost Spell! Ghost Spell is honestly a pretty good card right now, mostly due to the fact that not only does it hit tier, it hits Bestials, it hits Branded, it kind of hits Branded, because of like Lubellion lines and stuff like that. It can hit like Branded, it can hit Sprite, it can hit basically everything. It's not insane against any of those, but it is very strong. Fader also doesn't die to Called By. Oh, true. So yeah, it also does hit Called By, which is a notable inclusion as well. So Ghost Spell is a very good card right now. I would honestly put it above Ash if Ash didn't have the ability to deal with Maxi. So there you go. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries can cheese a win. Sure, if your extra deck is kind of mid, I think this is actually pretty decent because you're most likely going to see something like an Elf, or if you're going to see something like a Sprint or a Gigantic or one of the Sprite cards or one of the tier cards or a Branded card or something like that. If you can just fill up your extra deck with those and then play Winter Cherries and just be like, okay, cool. If for example you're playing Flunder or what have you, sure, you could cheese a win. I don't think it's really good right now. With the decrease in the amount of tier that is currently being played, I do think that this card just isn't as good, especially in a best of one when you don't know what you're up against, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's Adamancipator, and you have like a whole bunch of fusions in your extra deck. It's like, oh great, well this isn't gonna help. Orochi? Which one? Where? This guy? I don't know. Hard to say. I think most of these are like hand traps, or like at least have been used as hand traps in the past. Is this Contact C? This is Contact C. Contact C can choose a win. It's fine. It can work. I think right now it's pretty decent due to the fact that Branded's in the meta. No, I'm thinking of... Is it Confronting C or Contacting C? Either way, these are fine inclusions. They kind of work. They kind of do similar things where they just kind of sit on your opponent's field and hope that they don't have the ability to, like, use it as material for something. But all things considered, I still don't think it's really that worth it. Mostly due to the fact that in a best of one... Is this one Retaliating C? Which one's Contact C? Anyway. In a best of one, neither one of them really do a whole lot. Because you do have to... They're very specific to very specific decks. Gizmek Orochi Banish from deck to special summon. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider that a hand trap. Anyway, moving on. DD Crow. DD Crow's fine. The Bestials exist. They are just better options. DD Crow is still good. Like, its effect is still good. Being able to banish something is very nice. And in fact, I would argue to say that it's more versatile in what it can hit. The fact that it can hit like a spell or trap as well. Like, for example, if your opponent were to dump something like a Sulliek, and then they are trying to get it back with like a crime, or no, not a crime, a heartbeat, you can go, no Sulliek for you, keep that out of your hand, yada yada. But all things considered, it's still not great. This is just a bad card. I think it hits like lights, which who cares? I think it banishes lights. I believe... is this one Delta or Gamma? I don't know. I think this is the spell one. It doesn't matter. It's bad. It doesn't do enough. It doesn't really stop anything important in terms of interactions. It's technically a hand trap that kind of does stuff, but realistically, you'd have to play, like, Driver, which, on top of also playing a kind of mid-hand trap, just not really worth it. That's the spell one? Okay, so it's Gamma, I believe? Not Gamma. Oh my god. Delta? Delta. It's... I think Alpha's the trap one. No, Delta's... Beta's the attack declaration one. Alpha, I believe, is the trap one. Delta, who cares? This is the other one. Honest Neos is a mid-hand trap. It's a very bad hand trap. Where... Is Honest Neos on here? Oh, hey. There's Honest. There's Dark Neos. Those are both bad. Yeah, Gamma's this one. Gamma's good. I actually still really like Gamma. Gamma is a bit more situational. Did I say Dark Neos? I meant Dark Honest, whatever. Let's talk about Gamma. Gamma is situational. However, it is still very good. Activating something like Branded Fusion and then your opponent goes Ash and then you get to go Gamma and just like hard win the game on the spot basically, is very cool. On top of that, being able to go like, for like your Dragon Link lines or stuff like that, and go like, you know, quick launch or emergency teleport or something along those lines. Your opponent goes Max E, you get to go Gamma, and then you just kind of win the game. On top of that, you can guarantee that your Max E goes through a lot more often because you go Max E, they go Ash, you go Gamma, and now your Max E resolves, and it's great. Gamma, I think, is very good. It being limited to 2 does matter. Even with that being said, it's still a good option against basically everything. A lot of people think about it as like, oh, it's a card destruction, or it's a monster negate that is a destruction, but you got to think about it more as it stops a hand trap. You get to play the game, you go like Perlino, search out, your opponent goes Gamma, or your opponent goes Ash, you go Gamma, now you win the game. You forgot Evenly Matched? Evenly Matched is not a hand trap. No Kelbeck? I wouldn't consider Kelbeck or anything else like a hand trap. But yeah, Kelbeck would be decent. Kelbeck's not like a good hand trap. You're not going to be teching in Kelbeck unless you also want the mill effect, right? So I wouldn't necessarily consider it a hand trap, though it is decent as a hand trap. We'll talk about all the bestials later. Shifter. If you can play Shifter, it is an instant win card. If you can play Shifter, it is an instant win. A lot of the time. It's very good against Branded. It's very good against Tier. It's decent against Sprite. There are a lot of Sprite hands that are like really bad. But Sprite can still play through it. It's good against Adamantipator. It's good against Grass. It's good against Max C. It stops Max C. Whoa, what a crazy concept. There are like 2 decks that don't care at all about Shifter, and it's Exosister and Flu, both of which have seen much less play due to the fact that Tier isn't as dominant as it was. Oh, Thundra. This is a instant win button. If you can play it, play it. It's also just good against Bestials as well. Hey, if your stuff's getting banished, great. Evenly Matched is a hand trap. No, it is not. It's a board breaker. Moving on, we have Droll. Droll's decent. It's fine. It works. There isn't a whole lot of searching. I guess like Branded searches and Sprite searches. But other than that, there isn't a whole lot. I guess Tier also searches. There are some decks that like search a couple of times. Most of the time, they're not. Most of the time, it's just like 1 or 2 searches. So having something get Drolled isn't that big of a deal. It's a lot of like special summoning and mostly just special summoning from the deck or from grave or something like, or like milling or something that's not really like interacted with by Droll. Mirror Jade can't banish under Shifter. That's also true. Branded can play through Shifter, but they definitely prefer not to. It turns off their Bestials. It turns off Mirror Jade. It turns off like Albion, which is really, really powerful for them right now. It basically is like, hey, you end on Masquerena. Or not Masquerena. Masquerade. Maybe 2 of it? Droll is a good investment for the future. As of right now, it's not good. Yes, it's a good investment. But it's also an SR, so like, who cares? As of right now, it's decent. It's fine. This is a bad card. I don't remember what it does. It's bad. No material could cheese a win. You go, that thing can't be used as material. And then maybe it does something. It probably doesn't, let's be honest with ourselves. But who knows? It might. You know, they summon Sprint and you get to go, that one can't be used as anything. And then they go, well, I guess I can't go Gigantic. And then maybe they pass, but they probably don't because they just make a Gigantic anyway. Like, maybe it does something, maybe it doesn't. It probably can cheese a win. Yeah. Ghost Ogre is decent. I'm going to put it at the top of decent. Ghost Ogre is actually pretty good due to the fact that Sprite has grown in popularity. So being able to go like, negate the field spell off of something like a Tier card, or negate or pop the Gigantic Sprite is also very good. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Where's Kurikara? That is not a hand trap. That is a board breaker. They are different. Thank you, chat. Yeah, it's decent. I don't know. It does stuff. It stops Gigantic. It, gets rid of a material on the field. It can stop, like, pendulums. Although pendulums aren't really that big of a problem. Trying to think if it does anything against Branded. It can kind of do stuff against Branded. Like, just to get, like, a material off of the field. It could pop, like, Blazing Cartesia, which is fine. Ghost Ogre is bad against Despia. It's not bad. Stops like Branded Regained or Branded Beast or something like that, which isn't bad. Anyway. But it's really good against Sprite. I don't think it stops Lost. Unless they trigger it weird. Gores! Dear Lanta, I wish this was good. Chaos Hunter is just bad. The only thing Chaos Hunter stops is like... Exosister? I don't know. Like, this is just bad. Imperm. I want to put it in an instant win, but it's not an instant win card. Imperm is really good. It's not an instant win, but it is like the best hand trap right now. It stops Sprite, it stops Branded, not perfectly, but it does hit Branded pretty well. It stops Tier quite effectively. It stops what else does it stop? It stops Adamantipator lines oftentimes. It can hit, you know, weaker hands of like Punk and all sorts of other rogue or like lower tiered options. So it's just a good hand trap in general. It doesn't trigger triple tactics, which is a massive boon for the card because a lot of the other cards do. So Imperm is just insane. Miscellaneousaurus. Miscellaneousaurus is not a hand trap. Yes, Imperm is also not once per turn. Iris Sword Soul is... Why is this on here? This is not a hand trap. This is something to summon after you use a hand trap. Imperm, Moya, and Scoop. This is literally not a hand trap. If anyone's telling you it is, that's just a lie. Yeah, that's funny. Karibo is literally the worst hand trap I've ever seen. Lancia. Lancia can cheese a win against Flu? Or Exo? No, even against Exo, it doesn't really do anything because Exo banishes on your turn. So, like, that's just a useless card. Goaty? Yeah, I guess it could stop Goaty. It's fine. I really don't see it being useful over, like, anything else. If you were going to add this card in, why? It's decent against Evenly. I guess. What does Lancia do again? Nobody can banish cards. Lancia also counters Bestials. True. True. But if you go Lancia, they can then just chain a Bestial and now summon a Bestial because Lancia's a light. So who cares? You go Lancia. They go Bestial? I guess that's only if you have a monster, but that's still... it's... I'm not gonna put it above decent, but, like, it could choose a win. It's decent. Or it's, playable. Skullmeister is, like, super mid right now. Tier is good, still. Being able to hit a tier card is good. However, they're just going to chain block it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe they chain block poorly and you get to hit one of the fusion effects. Realistically, that's probably not going to happen. You're just better off hitting, like, you know, playing a Bestial or a DD Crow or something like that. I'm trying to think what else this interacts with. I guess Nimble Angler? Yeah. Or, like, Tragedy? Saronir, I guess? Man, these are really mid. It's fine. It kind of does stuff. It's not great, though. Moonlit Chill is also whatever. It's targeted effect negation, but you also have Imperm or Veiler. You don't really need additional targeted effect negation. That's fine. PK got collateral damage on every format. True. Just play Ghost Bell the card. True. The difference with Skullmeister is that it's not once per turn. However, if you really are needing Graveyard Hate, right now the better options are DD Crow or Bestials. Bestials get you a body on the field, whereas like Skullmeister doesn't. And DD Crow is also not once per turn, and it banishes the card, whereas Skullmeister just negates the effect. So being able to like target something and banish it is way better than like just negating the effect. So there's that. Talking of targeted effect negation, Valor is, it's not better than Gamma. Valor is good. Valor is very good. Targeted effect negation is very strong. Sure, the reason that this isn't nearly as good as something like Imfrip is due to the fact that Valor can trigger triple tactics, and it can be called by. Valor is still very good, though. Again, targeted effect negation is very strong. It can stop, like, Gigantic Sprite. It can stop the tier combo with, like, negating Kit Colossus. It's not once per turn, so you can hit multiple things as well. It's just a overall good card. It's also a light and a tuner and a level 1. Lots of things that it has going for it. Very strong, very good. Not the best, but still very good. Nibiru. Nibiru is in a weird spot. Because right now, Nibiru is good. It's decent. But in a best of one, if you're expecting to go up against, like, Sprite, and the Sprite player goes, like, Gigantic first, which a lot of them have been because of, like, fear of Nibiru, even though no one's playing it, they go, like, Gigantic, and then they lock you out of even summoning the Nibiru, then it does kind of suck. Downside of Valor is it can only be activated on the opponent's turn. True. There's no more Courier on this list. I guess that makes sense, because it's only really useful in Branded. Similar to, like, Honest Neos or something like that. It's like, it's a hand trap that's only useful in one deck. Nibiru is pretty good, I will say. It's one of those things where it's like, I could definitely see myself playing this. I think it's pretty good right now. If the Sprite player doesn't go for Gigantic immediately, it's very good against Sprite. If the it's good against Tier, not insane, but it's decent against Tier. Being able to, like, you know, if they have a whole bunch of names that they've already used, you can kind of, like, just Nibiru them to get less triggers, basically, or, like, force out the Rukolos negate if you need to. Against Branded, it's also very good. Most of the time, they're summoning more than 5 times now, so you can just go, like, Nibiru. It's great against, like, Adamantipator and the like, and, you know, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Should Kurikara be here? No, it's Board Breaker. Nibiru for the Maxi jump scare. True. Yeah, Nibiru is fine. It's decent. It's good against, like, a lot of the jank decks that are currently at 1. The Tri-Brigade hand trap. It's Mercurier, and it's only used in one deck. It's fine. This is so bad. Don't play Token Collector. No. Back hard. Hey, gaining a whole bunch of life points. Spooky Dogwood, gaining a whole bunch of life points. It could just cheese you a win. You're just like, well, I can't die. Good luck. It's Max C2, except bad. Okay, Herald of Orange Light. How good is it? Honestly, at this point, it's just, it can cheese a win. It's limited to 1 while also being locked into fairies, which have gotten significantly weaker due to the limitations of the Yoshizu cards. So, not the greatest. Samsara is interesting. Samsara is in a weird spot. It's very situational. I've seen it played in decks where you utilize the Herald of Arclight as a negate. So you can go Herald of Arclight, activate the effect, send itself to the graveyard to negate an effect, and then you can search out the Samsara to give you an additional, like, hand trap, which is pretty cool. However, if you're not playing it in that specifically, not worth it. There you go. But I'm going to put it in decent because it is kind of situational. You can search it in Starry Night because it's a level 7 Light Dragon. That's very funny. Wait, can you search it? I don't know if Do Starry Nights have a way to search? Huh. Yeah, I guess they do. Isn't it only played in ritual decks? No, on the contrary. It's played, like, exclusively in non-ritual decks. It's more of a hand trap than a ritual card. This guy's whatever. Summons itself and what locks you out of summoning links. Okay, who cares? Like your ranking list? Thank you. Trigodia, bad. This one, I forget what this one does. Bad. Never heard of it. Never seen this one. Let's talk about the Bystials. All of the Bystials are very strong. With Magnemite being like an instant win. Okay, maybe not an instant win. Very good. We'll put them below Ash, but above everything else. In order. So the Bystials are all really good right now. There are lots of Chaos typings in the graveyards nowadays, with Tier, Branded, and Sprite all having dark monsters that you can utilize in order to banish them. On top of that, giving you a level 6 body onto your field that has high attack stat is also very strong as a hand trap. The biggest downside to them is going up against anything that doesn't rely on lights or darks in the grave. They're just kind of sitting ducks in your hand that don't really do anything, unless you're also playing the Chaos typings, in which case they're fine. All things considered, very good. All of them, every single one of them. I would rank them Magnemite, Baldrake, Druisworm, and then Saronir, in that order. Still very strong, all very good, and yeah, you could just play like a Bystial package. What's my favorite waifu? Okay, well, that's it for the hand traps for Master Duel. Why does Maxi exist, by the way? Mourner slept on? What is Mourner doing? Please. Right now, what does Mourner do? Better than... I guess it'd probably be up here. I just kind of threw it in there. I hate copy paste. Same. Works during draw phase and your turn, unlike Valor. Okay. It specifically. Let me pull up Ghost Mourner. Ghost Mourner. Let me tell you why this card isn't as good as you were thinking that it is. If your opponent special summons a monster face up, discard this card, target one of those face-up monsters, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Also, if that face-up monster leaves the field, you take damage. Cool. Fantastic. It's a burn card, but it's specifically only if they special summon a monster face-up. It is mid. It's something you can't chain to an activation. It's only on a special summoned monster. It's not something that you can, like, actually realistically do very often. Like, yes... Is it a decent effect? Yeah. Is it good right now? No. Like, sure, effect negation is good, but you really want that targeted effect negation to stop things like Rhino Heart or Merly, where you kind of suspect your opponent has a weaker hand, right? You also want it to stop, like, Gigantic after utilizing the effect of Gigantic so that they can't go into a second one, right? You want it to be for, like... I don't know. I guess like it stops Sprint. Like it's still good. It still works. But Is it worth playing? Probably not. Can it cheese you a win? Absolutely. How is Eldritch a hand trap? It's not. What are you talking about? What? Anyway, there you go. Moving on. We have all the link fours. I don't know if it's all of them, but it's a bunch of link fours. We're gonna rank them. Yeah. Hand traps, ban list. Moving on to link fours. We'll get to the waifus in a second, chat. Starting off with Apollosa. Moving on, we have Boral Sword. Boral Sword is still great. It's very good. There are certain situations where Boral Sword is actually better than like Access Code. Not surprising. Let's talk about Access Code. Anyway, Firewall Dragon. Firewall Dragon is only useful now in like cyber strategies. Cyber strategies really do kind of have everything, but even with that being said, Boral Sword is still very, or not Boral Sword. Firewall. Firewall is still very good. Being able to like bounce additional cards if you have the ability to go into multiple link monsters. Being able to like bounce your own monsters as well. Putting them back into hand for additional follow-up is very nice. Just being a big body as well. Very good card. But kind of only useful in cyber strategy. We'll still put it in B. I literally have no idea what this card is. What is this card? So, hold on, chat. What the actual F is that card? Altergeist? It's an Altergeist card. What? Oh, I shouldn't have gone into this one. Memory Gant. Is that the new one? Hold on. We're gonna pull up all the Link 4s. Just in case. Altergeist Memory Gant. No, it's not the new one. During the battle phase, you can tribute one other monster. This card gains attack equal to the tributed monster. It requires 2 plus Altergeist. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you could destroy a monster your opponent controls, and if you do, this card gains a second attack in a row. Is this card would be destroyed, you can banish a monster from your graveyard instead. It's a card. Yeah, no, that's wow. That's pretty bad. Altergeist has a second extra deck monster? Crazy. Oh, okay. You just want to use it on Altergeist, but at the same time it's terrible. Invincible Atlas is fine for B-Trooper. All things considered, it's not the great... Like, realistically, I should put it down here because B-Trooper isn't exactly the greatest of decks, and this isn't exactly the boss monster that they even go into most of the time. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they make an Invincible Atlas, but honestly, not really all that good of a card. It's kind of hard to summon as well, so, like, meh. Topologic Bomber Dragon. Good Link 4. Yeah, it's, like, a good option. Hey, blowing up the field is pretty cool. Speaking of blowing up the field, Zeraboros is just the better Topologic Bomber Dragon. So, cool. Instead of blowing up the field, you banish everything. So it's just better. These two are both situational though, but still very good. Rip-Roarin. This guy is also very situational. He's nice as like a Link 4 for the Prank Kid engine. However, even with that being said, he's still not great. Like, having a back row, having a hard-based Feather Duster is fine. But it's mostly just like, hey, he's a Link 4 that you can go into, and he's big, so you can OTK more efficiently in Prank Kid. Not like they needed that. It's still a good card, though. Trouble Sunny is a better version of that. Trouble Sunny is pretty good. It's removal, it's a lot of damage, it's a way to OTK in a strategy that had trouble OTKing, it's a way to get additional board control as well by just having a big monster on your field that can also revive stuff. It's good. Not crazy, not generic in any way, so it's just pretty good. I hate Zeraboros so much. That's funny. I remember blowing up everything with Zero and unaffected Crimson Nova. Good times. Topologic is an S rank. Huh? Are you saying Zeraboros is S? No, it's not. Because it also banishes all of your stuff. Ambler Whale. Ambler Whale is funny. It's really good in sealed, but other than that, like, meh. No Topologic Gumbler? Gumbler's down here. We'll talk about him. Don't worry. We'll talk about it. We'll get there. Yo, Rastaliger? Sorry, just had to quickly put that in C tier. Shureg. Shureg is so fucking good. Like, as an archetypal Link 4, It's probably the best archetypal Link 4 that I can think of. It's easy to summon. It has one of the best removal effects. And it has recursion, where it can add back, or add a card from your deck to your hand, which is very good, and it's big. It's probably not higher than, like, a bottom of A tier, but it's one of the best archetypal boss monsters. Sure, it can be used generically in other tri-type archetypes. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, it's probably up there. Speaking of really good archetypal boss monsters, we have ourselves Bengal Lancer. Bengal Lancer is also very crazy in plants. Outside of plants, it's ass, but it's still very strong. It does have the ability to come back, which is nice, but it also has a good removal, targeted bounce. It has the ability to just be big. Actually, now the more that I think about it, it's kind of mid. It's still good though. Very good for plants. Oh shoot, which one's which? Chat, which one's which? Okay, this one's Boral Guard. Sorry. Boral Guard, there you go. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, that's nice. Once per turn, you can send a card from your spell trap zone to the graveyard. Special summon from either graveyard. To your field. A monster that was destroyed and sent to the graveyard this turn, but negate its effects once per turn. You can target a card on the field, change it to face up defense position. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Okay. That's Boral Guard. That's such a mid effect. For 3+ materials, you would think it would be better. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the worst Boral cards out there. And they have a fusion monster. Yeah, that's pretty mid. As for Boral Load, no, this is Boral Load. This is Boral. Is it Boral Load? Which one is it? Yeah, it is Boral Load. Boral Load's crazy. It's like one of the first generic boss monsters for Lynx, and it was absolutely insane. It's still absolutely insane. Being able to just steal a monster and just be like, all right, it's mine now. It's pretty good. Am I planning to play Sword Soul with Bestial? I have. But I'll probably play it again. Borload's crazy. Is it better than Shureg? Probably not. Probably not. This is F. This is an F tier. It's so abysmally bad. Where is he? Where is he? Show him to me. There he is. Yeah. You have to use a Synchro Monster. And then you can banish a Power Tool Synchro Monster. Or a Dragon Synchro Monster from your extra deck. Special summon a dual Dragon token of the same type attribute. Blah, 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 blah. You can only use the effect once per duel, or once per turn. And then your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. Great. Great. Fantastic. Who cares? Such a bad card. Ooh, what is this one? What? Darkness Metal, the Dragon of Dark Steel. 2+ effect monsters with the same type and attribute. Okay, a little bit difficult to summon. It has fantastic arrows. You can target one of your monsters that is banished from your graveyard, special summon it to a zone this card points to in defense position. Not bad. But its effects are negated. Also, you cannot special summon Link monsters for the rest of this turn, and the summoned monster is placed on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. Okay, never mind. It's kinda mid. Is that Zolkin? Yes, technically it's Zolkin. This card's better than Rastaliger. Actually, no. Just being able to have a revive is still very good. It's still kind of cheesy, but it's still better than, like, some of these other things. Unchained Abomination is pretty good. It's technically generic, but not really generic. But more importantly, it does have the ability to pop like 1,000,000 cards, which is crazy. This card is only useful in time. Agave Dragon. It's so mid. Or in the NR format. Speaking of common formats, Goki! Power Lord Ogre is pretty good, all things considered. It's up there with archetypal cards. Just as like a Towers. Is it better than... It's not better than Firewall. Firewall I still think is better just due to the fact that it can fit in basically any cyber strategy, whereas the Goki one specifically does require Goki monsters. So, not as good, still very strong. What is this G-Golem card? Excuse me? What are you? 2+ Earth monsters. Immediately off to a bad start. All monsters your opponent controls must attack this card if able. Oh yeah, it's this one. Once per battle, if this card battles an opponent's monster before damage calculation, send an Earth from your hand. The opponent's monster loses 200 attack. Wait. Also negate its effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a link monster you control, you can negate that effect. And if you do, destroy that card. It does have the Avramax-esque effect. I'm gonna put it at the top of C tier. I don't think it's quite B tier, but I do think that it's pretty good. Given target protection, given the taunt of like Avramax or other such effects, and also being able to basically win combat most of the time is pretty nice. I think it's okay. It's not hard to summon in Mathmech G-Golem. Yeah. It's not bad. I just don't think it's as good as a lot of like other archetypal boss monsters. I put Invincible Atlas way too low. Invincible Atlas is better than this. Yeah, we'll move him up. He's better than the G-Golem. Okay, we have like 1,000,000 Gokis. Where's this Goki? Which one was it? Who's this guy? Goki Destroy Ogre. Immediately, this is screaming bad to me. 2+ Goki monsters, immediately off to a bad start. The first time each monster this card points to would be destroyed by battle. Each only destroyed by battle. It is not. During a main phase, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for Goki monsters. Also, your opponent special summons 1 or 2 monsters from the graveyard. Then you can special summon up to that many non-link Goki monsters from your graveyard to his own this card points to. Wow, that is a bad card. Wow, that is I think that is the worst card we've seen thus far. Wow, that is... Yes, let me give my opponent 2 unaffected or unrestricted special summons from the grave, while I get 2 Gokis. Non-link, just useless cards. Actually, no, I think they have to go in defense, right? Nope. Your opponent just summons 2. Oh my gosh, this is actually bad. This is better for your opponent than it is for you. We have the Dryas card. Dry Trentier? Dry Trentier? Anyway, 2+ Link monsters immediately. Well, no, that's a fine restriction. It's not bad, but it's not great. If this card is Link summoned, you can add a Sun Avalon spell trap from your ejector hand. Not bad. Just DD Crow them. True. This card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects and cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking directly. Once per turn, you contribute a Link monster this card points to destroy any number of cards your opponent controls up to that monster's Link rating. This is not a quick effect. Adding a Sun Avalon spell trap from your ejector hand is good. That is good. All of the rest of this is pretty mid. It's got a pseudo protection effect. It does have that search. I'm going to put it above the Reborn because that search is valuable, but everything else is kind of mid. This is only the search Bloom, except for the fact that you can also search Bloom off of like any of the other Link monsters. So it's kind of mid. It's I actually want to put it below the Reborn. Because at the very least, the Reborn can be used for, like, synchro material or something like that. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of difficult to get into, but at the very least, it's still a monster Reborn. Yeah. Aqua Argonaut. We'll put it at the top of B. I don't think it's quite A tier. I don't think it's quite generic enough, nor is it providing enough advantage. But having a big unaffected Bungus is nice, and this just happens to be the best one. However, it's not necessarily a big unaffected Bungus because of its own effect. So, basing it less so on its own effect and more so how it fits in the archetype, it's still very strong, but it's not insane. It's not like Shureg, where it's like, oh, this is the boss monster that does everything for the archetype and is super good and easy to summon. It's like, oh, this is the boss monster that is the end board. And that's kind of it. B with Wave. The reason I'm putting her at the top of B is because in the archetype, it's very good, right? So if we're looking at it, like, from non-archetypal standpoints, sure, it's probably lower, probably C tier, right? But it's like, it is a spell trap negate. It can be unaffected. It is normally pretty big. It also has the ability to taunt, which I think not a lot of cards have. Like the G-Golem has that, and this one, and Avramax, which is very nice. So I think overall, like, maybe not the top. I think we'll put it below Firewall. Still very good, but not quite that good. Only being a spell trap on the opponent's turn? Yeah. It can bounce? True. Technically, it can do that as well. Yeah, I think Firewall is just, like... Firewall is, like, the definition of a generic Link 4. Like, he just kind of does everything for cyber strategies. So it's like, yeah, I think overall, just due to the generic nature of Firewall, he's a little bit better. But Aqua Argonaut is definitely better in its archetype. Speaking of archetypal ones, this is just a mid-archetypal Link 4. That being Bubble Reef. Still good. Definitely better than Invincible Atlas, but not quite on the same tier as like Bangaloncer and the like. Definitely a tier below. Marin says Heat Soul. True. Is this the other Marin says Link 4? No, it's not that one. Wonderheart. Oh, this one's so bad. During damage calculation, if it battles a monster, you can special summon a Marincess monster equipped to this card. This card can be destroyed by that battle, and you take no battle damage. Equip that special summon monster to this card during the end phase. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon a Link 3 or lower Marincess monster from your graveyard. It has effects. It's very bad. I'm going to put it at the top of F. At the very least, it does something, and it can be kind of big, which is nice. It gives you a digital body onto your side of the field. It also has the ability to just kind of, like, be used as material as well. So it's not terrible, but, like, definitely better. Definitely better. Is that a Vsauce form? Nope. I don't think so. Orchestrion. Orchestrion is so mid. Orchestrion does stuff. It does stuff. Right? Like, it does things. In theory. In practice, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Link card can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. You can target 3 of your banished monsters, shuffle them into the deck, and then you attack at events of any linked monsters your opponent controls currently become 0. Also, their effects are negated. Sure. It's fine. It is serviceable. It's alright. It's better than Rostaliger, I would say. Well, no, it's not. Rostaliger is better. Rostaliger is just access code if you've already cleared the field. It's actually a way to OTK. Orchestrion is not. Like, technically it could be if you get your opponent's monsters into the right zones. But even, yeah, just, no. Alright, here's the Link one. Or the Salamangreat one. I just said the Link one. Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix. This card, I've never summoned it. I've never seen anyone summon it. I've never seen anyone play this card. What does this card do? If this card is Link summoned using a Pyro Phoenix as material, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Crazy. You can only use the following effects of Pyro Phoenix once per turn. You can target a Link monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field. Why would you do that? If a Link monster is summoned to your opponent's field, you can target one of those monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Crazy. Okay. In theory, this is fine. I've never seen anyone actually play this, though, because Salamangreat doesn't need additional removal, mostly due to the fact that access code exists. So there you go. In terms of a Link 4, it's not bad. Is it better than Rossaliger? That's the question. I think it is. I think it's slightly better than Rossaliger because it does also give you the ability to, like, burn your opponent, which is funny because you could win in time with it. But all things considered, it's not great. Wrong? You think it's worse than Rossaliger? I could see that. I think it's a little bit better. I do think just having a Salamangreat Link monster is good. Yes, access code exists, but this can be made with fire monsters. It has a fire effect. It can nuke the field. It does have, like, there are reasons to play this card. Even with access code, there are reasons to play this card, right? If you are locked under Mirage Talio effect, you can still wipe the field, right? You climb up into this guy, you wipe your opponent's field, and then you also can, like, burn your opponent after going to battle and dealing a whole bunch of damage. This is a decent way to OTK. It's not exceptional, but, like, hey, you can still do this, right? So I don't hate it. There is a reason to play it, and it does similar things to Rossaliger. However, it's not generic, which does hurt. But it also does wipe the field, which I do think is more valuable. As well as, like, burning. Which is funny, because you can win in time. So, I'm going to put it higher than Rossaliger. Is it much better? No. Makes sense if you don't have access code. Well, it's also like, you know, if you're under Mirage Talio, hey, you could do, like, the whole spiel here. Saryuja Skuldred is an S tier option. Saryuja, do we need to talk about this one? Saryuja, yeah, it's limited to 1 in Master Duel. This card's crazy. It's so useful in so many cheesy strategies. If a monster is normal summoned to a zone this card points to, it gains 300. On top of that, during your main phase, you can special summon a monster from your hand. Just for free. Just go ahead. Go for it. And then on top of that, if you've used 4 materials to Link summon this guy, you draw 4 and place 3 onto the bottom of the deck. It's insane. This thing's crazy. How useful is it right now? Not very, but it always seems to pop back up into the meta at some point, one way or another. It just always seems good. It's insane. It's just an insane card. I don't know what to say. It's just crazy. This is the Tenyi Link 4. I forget the name of this one. Oh, that's why I can never remember it. Sahasrara. Sure. 2+1 monsters, where you control a face-up non-effects monster, your opponent cannot target effect monsters for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target effect monsters on the field with card effects. Crazy. You can target a quick effect. You can target an effect monster your opponent controls. Special summon a Tenyi token monster with question mark attack. The attack becomes the targeted monster's original attack. Boom. Boom. It's decent protection, it's a big body on the field, and it's pretty good by just giving you a non-effect monster, which can be used to go into Monk or other such effect, or Link monsters, or what have you, with the Tenyis to trigger their effects, or hand Tenyis. Honestly, this is a pretty decent card, probably better than Invincible Atlas, all things considered, but it's very archetypal, and it's still not the greatest. It's a bit hard to summon as well, true. Archetype-wise, it's decent, exactly. It's probably not better than Invincible Atlas now that I'm thinking about it. I have no idea what this card is. Chat, let's find out. What is this card? 2 Thunder monsters. Thunder Dragon Thunder Stormek. Never seen this card in my life. What? During your main phase, if you control this Link monster, you can target one of your Thunder Dragon monsters that is banished from your graveyard. Apply that following effect. Apply that monster's effect that discards itself to activate. Then place that monster on the top or bottom of the deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. If a Thunder monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you banish 3 cards from your graveyard instead. It's generic protection, it's for any Thunder monster, so you could use this in Thunder Dragon to protect something like a negated Colossus, which is interesting. Or just like one of your generic Thunder monsters, or Thunder Dragon monsters, so that's nice. However, it does require you to banish 3, which could be actually advantageous. And the other effect is fine? I think it's better than Orchestrion. Thunder Dragon Sprite, let's go. Wait, hold on. 2+ Thunder monsters? No, you could summon this, because there's the, You could definitely still summon this. It's not, like, the easiest to summon, and it's not something that you're going to realistically be summoning on, like, turn 1, but I could still see you summoning this. As, like, a way to recycle additional resources. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Still better than Orchestrion, I would say. Well, yeah. Yep. It's slow, you're right. It's not good. Is it F tier? Actually, I do think it's F tier, but I also think Orchestrion is also F tier. I just think Orchestrion is that bad. They're better than all of these other things, though. Trickstar link for... Let's go. Yeah, Trickstar. Woo. Yeah, Trickstar. Please don't tell me it's a UR. It's not a UR. Fantastic. Oh, it's a rare. Fantastic. I love bad link 4s. Bella Madonna. 2+ Trickstar monsters. While this link summon card points to no monsters, this is unaffected by other cards' activated effects. Ooh, interesting. If this card points to no monsters, you can inflict 200 damage for each Trickstar monster in your graveyard with a different name. Wow. It's just a burn effect. It's just a big towers with a burn effect. It's still decent, because that's what Trickstar wants to do. No, it's not. It's not decent. It's bad. Because it's also a Link 4 that just kind of doesn't do anything. No, it's okay. Nightmare Griffin is an S tier. Do I need to... No, it's an A tier. Better than Zeraboros, though. Yeah, Griffin is absolutely insane. Let's talk about Griffin. Let's not talk about the terrible towers for Trickstar. Let's talk about Griffin. Griffin's absolutely insane. Being able to recur a spell trap from the graveyard is absolutely insane. I still don't think it's above Borosword, because, no, it's also a Floodgate. No, it's definitely S tier. It's definitely S tier. Better than Saryuya, even. Yeah. Because it's one of those things where it's like, not only does it get any spell trap and set it to your field, it also gets you the ability to Floodgate your opponent. Right? For example, you could go IP Masquerena and then summon this to a Link zone in your own main monster zone, and then just be like, alright, Omega Lol, now you can't activate any of your card's effects. And it basically turns into skill drain. Except better, because they can't even activate them. Yeah, no. This is a Master Duel tier list or a TCG one? Yes. Curious Mill of Floodgate and then set it with Griffin. Even without Curious, this just as a card is still S tier because of what it does. Moving on. Yeah, Griffin's crazy. Moving on. We have Goki Master Ogre. Once per turn, you can return to your hand any number of Goki monsters you control that this card points to. Then target the same number of face-up cards your opponent controls. They have their effects negated until the end of this turn. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. If your opponent controls a face-up monster, this card can only target... Wait, what? If your opponent controls a face-up monster, this card can only target their monster with the highest attack for attacks. Your choice of type. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's like a C tier. It's like a Beauregard level. I don't know. It's fine. Like at OTKs. That's it. It's decent. What is this? What is this card? Hold on, let's talk about the other Goki one. Goki, the Giant Ogre. Can't be destroyed by battle. Does require 3+ Goki monsters. Oof. And is unaffected by the activated effects of opponents' monsters with attack less than or equal to this card. Not bad. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card. Oh, it's less than or equal. Oh, wait, that's crazy. That means if you have, like, a Baron, you can't interact with this guy. That's crazy. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card, and or a monster this card points to, quick effect, you can... this card can lose exactly 500 attack, and if you do, negate the activation. Ooh, and it's a negate. Well, technically, it's target protection. Once per turn, if this card's current attack is different from its original attack, quick effect, you can make this gain 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. Whoa. Is that... Okay, so it's a permanent loss of attack, but it can regain it to make it even stronger. It's not bad. Yeah, I think we gotta put it in B tier. It's pretty strong. It's another... Well, I guess it's just another, like, big unaffected guy, which, like, Paraload Ogre is. But it's also kind of a negate. I don't know. No, the more I look at it, the worse it gets. I'm gonna move this guy up. I'm gonna move this guy up. Yeah, it's fine. It kind of does stuff. Where was the other one we were looking at? Oh, is it not in the game? No way. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Link Male Archfiend. Ah, I see. 2+ monsters, including a Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz monster. That's not terrible. If this card is special summoned, you can target one of those you control or in the grave. All monsters your opponent currently control lose attack equal to the target monster's attack until the end of this turn. Your opponent cannot target monsters you control that were special summoned from the extra deck with monster effects. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish one of those types from the grave instead. It is Cybers. It's not great. It's not... It's... Is it on the same tier as Rostaliger? I really don't think it is. Well, it does give you protection. And it's a nice way to OTK, kind of. It's only protection from monster effects, though. It's better than the Trickstar, but not by much. It's from Legacy Pack. That should tell you how bad it is. Well, obviously it's bad. But so is Rostaliger. Rostaliger is also from the Legacy Pack. Like, you know? Is it on that same tier? Probably not. It's better than a burn, true. Zelantis. Zelantis is generic enough to where I think I can put it in B tier, but only barely. Zelantis is only top of B? No. It's bottom of B tier. It's not better than Bangaloncer. It's not better than Riproar. It's not better than Abomination. But it's definitely better than, like, Sieve Bubble or Great Bubble. And it's definitely better than Atlas. It's good. Avermax. Avermax is... yeah, near the top of A. Avermax is very strong. It's a lot more situational because of its materials, mostly. But it is a very strong thing. The only real reason that it's as high is because of IP Masquerena being able to basically make it indestructible as well as untargetable, which makes it a lot more difficult to deal with. And it has removal for it being removed. It can basically beat over anything. It's just like the best beat stick kind of thing. Its taunt effect is very nice. However, it's not as good at OTKing. It's kind of just like, I am a big boss monster that's difficult to deal with. So there you go. Avermax can out every tower. That is true. It can. But so can Underworld Goddess. So, Avermax is harder to summon, which is the big thing. Requiring 2 monsters summoned from the extra deck makes it a little bit more difficult to summon. On top of that, it's more situational. If your opponent is playing like Tri-Brigade, this card's ain't gonna do... This card is doing nothing, right? It's like, oh, I summoned Shureg, and then they go, cool. You have to basically summon it with IP Masquerena, otherwise it's very weak. There are like a myriad of ways to deal with this card as well nowadays. You can even just negate its effect in damage calculation to just like beat over it, which isn't that surprising. Yeah, there are a myriad of ways to deal with it. It's still very strong, but it is very situational. It's one of those things where it's like, if it shows up, it's very good. Is it always going to show up? No, because it's not quite as impactful. Okay, let's talk Yuki Ono. Where is it? Yuki Ono, the Absolute Zero Mayakashi. 2+ zombie monsters, you can only control 1. Negate any activated effects of your opponent's banished monsters. Interesting. So that's like the shufflers, technically. No, that wouldn't be the shufflers because they banish themselves for cost. No, I guess it would be. I don't know. If a monster is special summoned from the graveyard or a monster effect is activated in the graveyard, you can target one other face-up monster on the field, change its attack to 0, and negate its effects. You can only use this up to twice per turn, so it's a twice per turn negate. It's pretty good. It's not quite good enough to be like... Is it better than Bangaloncer? No. It's definitely better... No. Because it's not as generic, and zombies aren't as strong as something like plants. It's still very good, though. It's a very, very strong card. Avermax... yeah. Very good card. Good for its archetype. Stronger for its archetype than most. And it's also technically a little bit more generic than, like, the Marincess ones. So there you go. I like the artwork, too. Yes, we all do. Okay, now let's talk about the only card that's actually banned on this list. The only card... Topologic Gumbler Dragon. If another monster is special summoned to a zone a link monster points to, discard 1 or 2 random cards. Then your opponent discards the same number. During your main phase, if this card is extra linked and your opponent has at least 1 card in their hand, you can make your opponent discard 1 or 2 cards. Whoa, crazy. Whichever is higher. Then, if they have no cards in their hand, inflict 3,000 damage to them. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, that card's banned for a fucking reason. Yeah, Gumbler is stupid. It's just a hand rip for 4. You just rip 4 cards out of your opponent's hand on the starting turn and say, better have it, go. It's very cool. It's very cool. And then also, you could maybe inflict 3,000 damage to your opponent, which is very funny. Gumbles. 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 It's crazy that out of, like, all of these overpowered Link 4s, which are all, like, pretty decently good, except for this guy. This guy's terrible. Just actively bad for you. Out of all of these, There's only one that's banned. Imagine going home and saying, I got beat by someone named Gumblar. If we could add an underworld goddess to this, even if she's a Link 5, where would I put her? If we're talking about underworld goddess specifically, probably right next to Avramax here in A. A little bit more situational than Avramax himself, but provides more utility in being like in out to difficult boss monsters. Or just like difficult monsters in general, right? It's like, oh, I have to deal with this negate. Well, they allowed me to get four bodies onto my side of the field, or 4 link materials onto my side of the field. Link it away. And since it's a link summon, it doesn't trigger a lot of effects that would normally be triggered. Like, it doesn't trigger Mirage, or not Mirage, Mirror Jade and stuff like that. So there you go. Alright. There are the lists. We'll quickly go over them. Bada bing, bada boom. And now we're on to the list that everyone is here for. Let me quickly get rid of this tier because it's dumb. Okay. And it's waifus! Yay, everyone! Yay, everyone claps in chat. It's waifus. This is what you're here for. I know that that's what you're here for. Hold on. Add a row below. I have to cover my bases, just in case we're not talking about lollies. I love that this is the biggest list. There was a bigger one, but it didn't have, like, tier cards and stuff like that, and I was like, that's crime. That's crime. I don't know if there are any lollies on here, but just in case, you gotta cover your bases. You gotta put the jail tier on here. We ain't messing with that. Okay, we gotta actually look up a picture of this, of Researcher, Yu-Gi-Oh! And, Researcher. Because that image didn't help. Chat. Is it legal? Ray is underaged? Yes, I know. What are your thoughts? She's like 16 or 17? Okay. I can agree with that. Yep, I can agree with that. Akashic! Akashic Magician. Okay, we actually need to... Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, here. We'll do... Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Akashic Magician. Those are children. But this one is not. Cool. Not a child. At the very least. She does have red hair. Red hair is hot. I'm gonna... Yeah. Never considered Adamantipator's waifu. Well, you've been looking in the wrong spot. I have no idea who this is. Ray only enters at the start of the manga. Then time skip happens. Plain. Stop. Don't do this. Ray is an illegal waifu. This has got to be a child. I refuse to believe that this is not a child. I don't know who this is, but sure, whatever. Ray is crime. True. Amazoness Queen? I mean, like, yeah, step on me. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the Amazonesses are up here. Like, how about Ibli? Ibli, also a crime. Also a crime. Yeah, Amazoness. You love to see it. Apollosa. Where is the bear? I thought the bear was the waifu. Why are we using the artwork of the bow? No, all things considered, Apollosa is great. Apollosa, 10 out of 10. would recommend. Well, maybe not 10 out of 10. Also, we got to change this to 10 out of 10 would recommend. There you go. I gotta actually change these tiers. Sexy. No. Nah, we'll just do this. I don't want to think up names for tiers. What is Amazon is doing so... What? Were you... Huh? Have you... Huh? Hold on. Amazoness Queen. I'm sorry. Hold on. Are you not saying that this is S tier? Are you saying this is not S tier? What? Huh? Huh? Hold on. Not S tier? Not S tier. Not S tier. Huh? The big feet doesn't do it. You gotta not look at the feet. She has no fashion sense. Huh? That's criminal. Speaking of criminal, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Arborea is fine. I want to put this in F tier just because I don't like what's her face? If we go off of fan art, then I get it. Nah, Amazon's Queen is fire. What are you talking about? I'm gonna put no. Yes, maybe. No. Yes, no. Maybe. Yes. I should arrow mage. I don't trust my own reasoning. I don't trust my own reasoning to know whether or not this is legal. I'm gonna put her at the bottom, just in case. Beatrice? Look, if Beatrice had a better nose, she'd be higher. She's just flat? I don't know. That face looks too innocent to me. Do we know their age? No, I don't believe so. I love Beatrice, but her art did her face dirty. Indeed. Beatrice, great. Except for that face. Dear Lanta, oh no, that face was a mistake. Bunny Blast, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a furry. I have no desire at all for Bunny Blast. No, it's not quite that low, but it's very low. How old are the Charmers, chat? Chat, how old are the Charmers? Chat, how... This is literally a child. That one, I know that one's a child. That one is a child. Literally, in the lore, it is a child. I'm gonna put all of the Charmers here. I'm not gonna take that chance. Not gonna take that chance. Put him in the jail. Put him in jail! This one should go in jail, but I know for a fact that she's old enough. But I'm gonna put her in jail anyway. Yes. 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 Post time skip? What are we talking about? Post times? Doesn't matter. They're going in jail. Charmers are about 100 years old. No way. No. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. These are children. They grew older, though. They're still children. I don't care if they grew... These are children. They're children. We're not gonna We're not gonna debate this. No. They're all going in jail. Spring Girl. Spring Girl's fine. In the yard, they are children. Where's Ash? Huh? In the trash where she belongs. It is Mommy Aqua Argonaut. You gotta put her high. Like, she's mommy. Maybe not that mommy, but... That is a fish. That is just straight up a fish. That is a fish. That is also a fish. That is a mermaid tail. Look, mermaids are hot, but only to an extent. Maybe a little higher. Retained version, retrained version, barely legal. Exactly. AKA jail. I feel like I have to put this one in jail because she's a cop. Where's Moye? I don't know. Somewhere? Maybe? Who knows? Maybe it's not on this list. Which would be criminal. Is Moye actually not on here? Wait, is Baron not on here? No! What? She ugly? Huh? What is this? What is this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Cop. Not that one. Where's the other cop? Why is the first picture a feet picture? What the hell? Anyway. I don't know. We'll put it at the top of jail because it's funny. Baron? Have you... Chat. Let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you, shall we? Where is... Look at that. Look at... Do... Hold on, let's... That didn't work. Let me enlarge this. Let me enlarge this for you, shall we? Shall we? Look at that! Do you see it? Ugh. Ah. That. Right there. That. This section. Ignore all the rest of it. That. Also, she's got a horse, which is sick. Boom. There you go. You have been enlightened. You have been enlightened. She rides a unicorn too. She's pure. Exactly. I never knew it was a girl. It's Baron! Of course it's a girl. I feel like this one's also a child, but I don't know. Look, my waifu is Deneb. And I don't. Fair enough. Ecclesia. Shit, how old is Ecclesia? Hey, Iris Sword Soul. There we go. That's a good one. Also a child, probably. I have no idea who you are. What is this Yu-Gi-Oh card? This could be a child. I have no idea. I just put him in the jail. Alright, chat. Alright, we're talking about the Dragon Maids. Let's be 100% honest with ourselves. Yes. Yes. Of course. That's jail time. Of course. Yes. I would. I don't like the deck, but let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest with ourselves. Yes. We all would. We all would. And you're lying to yourself if you wouldn't. Where's Dion Keto? I'm not gonna lie. No. Dion Keto, you can't. They're too pure. They literally give you life points. Like, no. Chamber is exactly where she... Yeah. Dreamer... That is a child. Right? Not that one. Where is card? A literal child. Got it. Cool. What was the other one that we were looking at? Element Saber. Stop! Not what I told you to do. Don't do that. Element Saber. Nalu. That's just Diana. That's just Diana from League of Legends. What? I don't know. She's definitely legal, but who cares? I don't know. Top of the sea. Is that Celine? It's Evil Eye. Evil Eye. Which Evil Eye is it? It's this one. Oh no! They covered up her thighs! No! They do be good thighs. LOL player spotted. True. I haven't played LOL in like months. Even with the thighs, they're still mid. Okay. You can't use the alt arts. That's cheating. Let's talk about the evil twins. Or live twins. Twin. Not these ones. This one. There you go. Not alt art. That's the artwork. Does she have devil horns? What the? That is a nice hat, I will say. They're friends. Trust. I mean, if we're basing it off of the alt art, like, yeah, the alt art's freaking incredible. We're not. We're not basing it off the alt art. That's not what's happening. You can't trick me. They're B tier. They're good, but not great. But Dear Lanta, that alt art. Gabrine. Sure. Martha, I'm not gonna lie. The pink hair ain't doing it for me. Wait, hold on. Let me. Hold on. Martha. Not that one. This one. Yeah, not a fan of the pink hair. Mika, on the other hand, there you go. These two are literal children. You cannot tell me otherwise. Actually, they might all be children. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they're all children. Wait a second. Aren't they all children? Martha? No. Martha's legal. All of the rest of them, I'm not entirely certain. I'm not sure. So we're gonna put them pretty low. This is also a child. Also a child. Hella. Hell yeah. That one's fine. That's a good one. Maybe not. Yeah. Based them off of World War II Germany enlistment age minimum, I believe that was like 16. This is gonna take me down a rabbit hole. Wow, shoot, it's images. 16. 16 to 60. There you go. There you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I was right to put them lower. Oh, wrong button. No. They're probably closer to like 17 or 18, but I'm not taking that chance. I'm just, we're not gonna, no. Yes. That is a child. That is a lion, but the child riding it is a child. Martha is veteran? Exactly. This is also a child. This is also a child. IP Masquerena! Honestly, I don't actually like this artwork as much, but her original artwork, goated. Farm Girl. She's gotta be legal, right? She's gotta be legal, right? No way she's not, right? Good Witch. I don't know, Good Witch isn't that high. She's up there, though. Those are the 2 children. Lovely lady. How high do we put this one? There. And then this one. There. That is a child. That is an on-fire child. That is a child. I have no idea what this one is. But she's definitely... She's definitely legal, right? Minerva is a child. Phyllis is a cat. Lila. It's fine. Also fine. Fairy Injection Lily. I feel like I have to put this one high, but I'm not gonna. Apple. Apple. Chocolate. Yeah. Nurses out of jail. Yeah. It's as if Yu-Gi-Oh! Was made in Japan. How young is Dark Magician Girl? I don't know. We'll just... It's... Just don't think about it. She's older than me. I looked it up. It appears she's 19. There you go. There you go. Apprentice? I have no idea. I'm just gonna... I don't know. Mana is old enough to marry before she turned into Dark Magician Girl. Oh, there you go. Lemon? Let's go, Lemon. There's no way she's on here, but they would put Time Thief Perpetua. Maiden with Eyes of Blue is like a definition of a mommy. No, it's not Draco Slayer. It's True Draco. True Draco. Huh. Huh. What do you think, chat? Yay? Nay? Not a child? I would agree. Not a child. bottom B. And then Laura is an Irish side soul, sword soul, D-stigma, Florida Leeds United. Yes. Yep. It is the dogmatical one. Hence why she's so high. Yuki Ono is a zombie. So that's necrophilia. So we're gonna put them in jail. Okay. Hold on. Gwen isn't a child. Is that Gwen? Gwen? No, not Gwen. What is it? Yeah, Gwynnifer. Gwendolyn. Gwen something or other. Necrophile's going wild right now. She's a ghost, not a zombie. Same thing. She's dead. What is it? Noble Knights. Gwen? Is it Gwen? Yeah. Guinevere. Queen. To be fair, she looks like a child. How old is she? Hold on. How old is Gwen how do you spell Guinevere? What? No, not Pendragon. Shit. I don't know. How old is the character in the myth? It's fine. She's legal. Whatever. She's good. Good. Okay, she's not that good. Put her like here. What? I clicked the wrong button. This is Mithrilium, I believe. Meh. Old enough. Girls got married in teens back then, right? Yeah, but she'd been married like for a while, right? Like it wasn't immediate. Speaking of mommies, yes, both of them. Yep, both. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Guinevere married Arthur at 27. There you go. She died of old age. Boom. Yes. Call it right. I was like, she looks like a child. Not a child. I promise. That's just Japanese artists not knowing how to... Not knowing how to draw not young-looking women. Speaking of which, that is probably a child. I don't care. That's an F. That is a ninja lady or whatever. That's a chick? What? That's a child. Not a child. Definitely not a child. Definitely not a child. What are you? Could be a child. This one, probably not a child. Still not high. Still not high on the list. I don't know what you are. What? What was that, Tame? I don't know, and I don't want to place any bets. You know what? Screw it. I'm a betting man. Legal. That is a wild statement. Have I given any Rika cards a pass? Oh, I gave this one. Yeah, if they're at different stages, sure. Why not? There. That one's like the exact same. I have no idea who you are. No idea. Whatever. Probably a child. Definitely not a child. Definitely a child. Definitely not a child. I hate that this is what this has become. Just, is it a child or not? Are there any harpies? Are there really not? Huh? Huh? No way. No way. That's crazy. Oof. Oh, tame. Can't wait till we get to the fairy part. I don't think Fairy is on here. Oh, her older form is, but not the original. Let's go. Claps in chat. Yes. Yes. No. What is even happening in this picture? I wish I could tell you. Celine? Sure. Also a zombie? Actually, no. Is this one a zombie? Doesn't matter. Still a child. There's a wish. Hey. Hey. That. It's gotta be a child. Downard is, in fact, a child. You cannot tell me otherwise. This one is literally holding a child. So not a... This is literally a mother. Also a mother. Yeah. She's definitely older. But she looks so very young. Definitely a child. Probably a child. Amaterasu. Peacock. I believe that's Peacock, right? Don't know. Don't care. Omega lol. Yes. 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 Sure. Those are spirits? Yes, I know. We have so few flat-grown ladies. I'm sure there are some. I just don't know. I think this one's, like, young. I don't know. Talking, hey, tears. Hey, it's the tears. All right, Rucolos. Yeah. Yeah, Rucolos is pretty high. I am not a furry. Just gonna say that one. She's fine. Ferajit. Look, I may not be a furry, but Ferajit doesn't count. It's like a tail. This is like mostly beast. Alright, I may be hypocritical, but come on, it's Ferajit. Doesn't count. Shut up! Hey, there she is. There she is. Fraulein. I mean, it's a vampire. So it's technically dead. So does that count? We'll put her up here. Vampire sucker. I mean, it's gotta be a child. So I main Amazonas then. Yep. Yep. Of course. Vamp. It's gotta be like A tier. Water and Nah, water and trenches is fine. Water and trenches is fine. Trust. It's fine. Weather painter. One of the weather painters. I don't know. Go there. Second weather painter. Yes. Yes. That's a child. That's a child. That's probably also a child. This is a golem. So I'm just going to put it in F tier because it's not living. It's a doll. That one's jail. That one's probably also jail. That one is. That one's most certainly. That one is too. One of... Okay, well. Edel. Edel's fine. Mommy Genny. Yes. Yes. Hane. Madame Vere when she's actually old. I don't know, she's fine. Sheeran too? How do you spell Sheeran? Yu-Gi-Oh! I want you to tell me that that is not a child. Thank you. Is child. All of these are children. Kit Colossus is the only one that's not a child. That's an emo teen. Teen, child, same thing. They're still going in jail. We're not even gonna rate those. Not a furry. Actually, not gonna lie, Chuckanite's kind of nice. It's mostly, I like the hair. Something about the hair. Why is Dryden not on here? That's my question. Where's Dryden? They had all the other Zodiacs and they're like, nah, Dryden, nah. Okay, so we gotta talk about this one. What is it? Live Twin Trouble Sunny. So we gotta talk about this one because Trouble Sunny has 2 characters on it. A lolly, no, that's jail. And then a mommy. So we're gonna split the difference. And we're gonna put her right smack dab in the middle in B tier. There you go. There you go. Seems good? Yeah, seems good? Good. Cool. Also copium. Splitting the difference is the funniest outcome. I mean, okay. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. Come on, chat. Hold on. Sunny art. I mean, how can you not? Yes, put child away. Go play at the playground. Go play on the swings. That's fine. You do your thing. But like, you gotta. It's too good not to. You have to split the difference. It's worth it to split the difference. Come on, you get her smug lolly tag along to annoy you. True! Exactly why we split the difference. If we're talking one or the other, mommy, like, legit. Okay, maybe not. Maybe, yeah, like, mommy, yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. Lolly, in jail, doesn't matter. Go away. So we split the difference. Right smack dab in the middle. Right smack dab in the middle. Where's Burstinatrix? Not on this list. There was, chat, let it be known, there was another list There was another list. How long have I been streaming for? I chose to do that one because it had a lot more variety in its names. But there was another one. There was another. And this one had a lot as well. But it had a lot more of like the old school ones. And like a bunch of repeats where it's like from the same archetype. So like it's all of the Trickstars for some reason. And like all of the Marincess. And like all of the Harpies. So I chose to do the other one because that one had like more. But I mean, here's Burst Into Tricks. Okay, let's be honest. She's not that high, but there you go. We can rate some of the Harpies as well, real quick. We'll just rate the like main Harpy. Well, I guess that one's technically not the main Harpy, but we'll just Harpies. I don't know, like B. Yeah. If you can get past the Talons, they're fine. Goated. That's nostalgia talking, I'm not gonna lie. Also goated. To each their own. What is this character? Who? Gungnir? Goated. Gungnir's goated. I can get past the talents, but not feet. Fair enough. Like bagged mozzarella. Mermails are here. Ah, yes, the mermails. Well, we'll take the best one. This one. I mean, can you do much? Well, I mean, the tail is in a very specific spot. Anyway, I don't need all of the freaking Marincess cards. Fortunately, these are on here, which is nice. But, like, all of the Dark Lords are on here. You only need, like, one. Every version of Lina. Or Lila. And all of those. A whole bunch more children. And also an anime reference. And every single Amazonas. Including the one with the weird scoliosis. Entis? Where was Entis? I just passed her, didn't I? Where'd she go? What the? Huh? There she is. There you go. Who else? Who else? Does it matter? Do we care? Not the slightest. Oh, we can do a Valkyrie. Okay, that's a child. That's a child. That's a child. That's not a child. Okay, not a child. It's fine. Luna Light Leo Dancer? Where's that one? Is that one on here? Me parece que no está. Uh-oh. Hey, there she is. That's the one I wanted. Denko Seka better be S tier. I don't think she was on either list, and she's not. I will tell you that right now. Oh, we can do this one. Yep. I wish I was a girl IRL. Okay. Oh, we gotta do the Gemini Elves. I mean... yeah, they're up there. Is there anything else? Mermaid. Mermaid. Holy crap, look at all the mermaids. Jubel. I don't know. Oh, hello, Izana. Hello. Ha. I almost missed you. Hello. Do 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 do. Meh. Meh. Anything else? Oh, we gotta do the War Rock. I mean, yeah. Of course. Scott, like, let... I mean, yeah, of course. Imagine Amazonas Queen, but better. She's even a redhead. Like, I'd put her, like, at the top. At the top. Wento's also near the top. Is Wento a child? Wento might be a child. She's a skinwalker too. Yeah. Any of the Melodiouses, doesn't matter. Cool. And I think we're done. Here's my pseudo list number 2. That's the real reason you were playing War Rocks? I want to tell you right now, I don't even play Skylar in my lists. I never have, and I never will. The card is bad. However, goddamn, I will admit, she nice. Quite literally. Look, the protection. Cute. Cute. There you go. There's the list. DD Warrior Lady? Alright. I don't know. She's like... The problem is, her artwork's so bad. So, in her more updated artwork, she's still not that great. Might even be... She's probably not. She's a lady. Anyway. Here is the list everyone wanted. No one wanted this. No one wanted this. Not a single person wanted this. Anyway, this is going to be it for this stream. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't enjoy this. You psychopaths. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, like us very much so appreciate it. And if you want to check out more content like this as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.